Hello my dear friends. In this video we will going to learn extent of irreversibility. So in the previous video we already discussed that what is the sense of extent of irreversibility. So we know that when we comparing the reversible process to irreversible process, so reversible process, during a reversible process it is a benchmark, that means it is a ideal. We cannot achieve that process, but somewhat we can approach that process, reversible process. So when there is a process but as we know that all the natural processes are irreversible process. So irreversible process is varying process. It may be vary, high irreversibility, low irreversibility, right, like that. So when we compare the irreversibility with reversible process, so we always bother about how much extent the irreversibility will present in that process as compared to reversible process. So for that we take two parameter. For that we take two parameter. One is the cyclic integration of dq and other is the cyclic integration of dq by t. Let any two parameter dq and dq by t of a cyclic integration, and this t is the absolute temperature minded. So these two parameter, according to this two parameter, in which we will show that which parameter is more effective way to assign the extent of irreversibility process. So either dq or either dq by t, which of these two parameter will assigned as the good extent of irreversibility. So to do that we take one example number one, a reversible heat engine. So this is your reversible heat engine which is operating in a cycle. It's take heat from high temperature reservoir and deliver net work output and remaining energy as lost heat to the low temperature reservoir. See, if we want to that this is a reversible heat engine, but during heat transfer Th to this heat engine, first heat will cross to the boundary. So first you keep in mind so that how much temperature of the boundary, so the heat will transfer. So if you transfer heat in a reversible manner, it must be heat transfer through an infinite small temperature difference. So our main intuition is that we kept boundary as such that its temperature will very less difference to the temperature of thermal reservoir. So according to this temperature range, when the heat will transfer, the transfer of heat in a reversible process, and this is a reversible cycle, and again the heat will lost to the low temperature reservoir. So first it's crossed the boundary. So when it crossed the boundary and it is reached to the low temperature reservoir, so what is the temperature of the boundary? It must be TL plus DTL, and DTL and DTH is very small, so that the transfer of heat is reversible. So the engine is internally reversible and also externally reversible. So this is totally irreversible, totally reversible, right? The engine is reversible and heat transfer also a reversible. So we know that the external irreversibility caused by the heat transfer. So if we make external irreversible as reversible, so the gradient of the transfer of heat at what gradient? At a very minimum gradient, so that the transfer of heat that means external reversible and also internal reversible. So this process is totally irreversible, internal and external as well. So if you check what is the integration dq, what is the integration dq, if we let's check what is the cyclic integration of dq over this contour. So what is that? QH in minus QL out, right? And this QH is higher than QL. Why? Because there is a net work output, so it must be greater than 0. But it may be equal to 0 also. So the inequality holds. There is no any problem. Why? Because you know that QH is higher than QL. But why equality is hold? So here equality hold. Why the equality hold? Here the equality hold if both TH and TL are approaching closely to each other. That means the ratio of TH and TL is tends to 1. Tends to 1. In this case, if TH and TL approaching to close to each other, so in this case heat will transfer. It will transfer. But what is the net work done? The net work done is nothing. It is QH minus QL. Right? So if both TH and TL approaches are equal in the limiting sense, we know that QH by QL is equal to TH by TL for a reversible process. So if TH is closely to TL, very close, very close, then what is that? Then the ratio. What ratio? Ratio of TH by TL is tends to 1, tends to unity. And again we know that what is W net? What is the W net? This is your nothing QH minus QL. So if TH by TL tends to 1, so QH by QL tends to 1. So QH by QL tends to 1. So QH minus QL tends to 0. So W net tends to 0. Right? So when these two temperature limit are closing to each other, then there is a minimum work transfer, minimum work out to the from the system. When there is a minimum work transfer, so that QH minus QL is equal to 0 in the limiting sense. So integration dq is greater than equal to 0 when they are reversible heat engine. So for a reversible heat engine, integration dq is greater than equal to 0, right? Now if we check this process, now if we check this parameter, what is that? The cyclic integration dq by t. When we check this, so what is the cyclic integration of dq by t? QH for the system, this is our system. So QH divided by what is the system temperature at which the heat will transfer? TH minus dTL plus Q loss from the system, so minus put here, QL divided by what is the heat at which it will transfer, TL plus DTL. Okay, now see, there is a very important, if this dQL tends to 0 and this dQL tends to 0, why this is 0, why this tends to 0, why this dQL tends to 0? Because of external reversible is there, external irreversibility, the heat transfer with infinitely small temperature difference, infinitely small temperature difference. That's why this dTH tends to 0 and dTL tends to 0. So this is in a limiting case, this tends to 0, right? So why? Because externally, these are externally reversible or also internally reversible. So if this is a reversible heat engine, if this is a reversible heat engine, so these are reversible heat engine, so externally reversible and internal, also there is internally reversible. So for externally reversible, the heat transfer through a very infinite small temperature difference. So if there is a very infinite small temperature difference, so dTL and dTH tends to 0 in the limiting case. So what is that? So what is that? This cyclic integration of dQ by T is equal to what? What is equal to 0? Why? Because we know that for a reversible process, QH by TH is equal to QL by TL. So this is 0. So in the case of a reversible heat engine, the cyclic integral is 0. So there is a two conclusion. There is two conclusion. What is that? Number first, for a reversible heat engine, what is that? The cyclic integration dQ is greater than equal to 0, and number second, the cyclic integration, the quantity dQ by T is equal to 0. There are two conclusions, right? Now, what is the other? Take example number 2. If we take example number 2, what is that? Example number 2, and what is that? A reversible heat pump or refrigerator. If you take reversible heat pump and refrigerator, so if you take reversible, so what is the heat pump or refrigerator? So if it is a heat pump or refrigerator, right? So what is that? It's take a heat from the low temperature reservoir, QL, reject heat from high temperature reservoir, QL, high temperature reservoir, QH, by doing an external work. What is that? W net in, right? So this is your reversible heat pump or refrigerator, internally reversible heat pump. If we take externally, you make externally reversible. So if we take, this is our system, this is our system. So heat transfer with two step. First heat low temperature to this boundary temperature, and this heat will transfer again with adding of work. It will convert to high temperature, high heat transfer. So it is boundary to the this reservoir. So what is the temperature of the boundary? What is the temperature of the boundary? This is your TH plus DTH. And what is the temperature of this boundary? TL minus DTL. Right? This is your temperature. This is your temperature. Okay? And this is your cycle. Right. Now, see what is in this case. Check what is dq. What is dq? So the dq is what? QL in minus QH out, right? And what is that? Is equal to minus W dot net in. Okay. So what is the possibility? This will, see, this QL is less than QH, obviously. So this is less than 0. It is equal to 0 or not? Let's check. It is equal to 0 also. Here we see that. Why? Because see, here we see that when we change from heat engine to heat pump, so this will less than 0 or this will equal to 0. This will equal to 0. Why this will equal to 0? Same, because if we approach these two temperature very nearer to close to each other, so very near heat transfer, so this is a limiting thing, this is a very minimum, so this will also less than 0. So we see that when we change from heat engine to heat pump, this inequality, this dq inequality changes from greater than equal to 0 to less than equal to 0, right? It will changes from greater than equal to 0 or less than equal to 0. So from these two, so dq is not a universal parameter that maintain the same inequality across different type of device. Not a universal parameter that maintain the same inequality across different type of device. So both process are reversible, but this, for one device there is greater than equal to 0 and for other device there is less than 0. So dq is not a universal parameter that maintain the same inequality across the different type of device. But let's check whether it is whether the another parameter will maintain or not. So let's check. But whether cyclic integration dq by t maintained it or not. Let's check. So what is cyclic integration dq by t? What is the cyclic integration dq by t? This is nothing. This is your QL in by what temperature? TL minus DTL out minus QH. What is the temperature? TH plus DTH, right? And in the limiting sense, this will tends to 0 and this will tends to 0. Why? Because heat transfer through a very finite, very infinite small temperature difference. Why? Because there is externally reversible, and again this equal to 0. Why? Because QL by TL is equal to QH by TH for reversible, right? So again this is 0, and in this case again this is 0. See the beauty? So what is that? So we can see that a remarkable parameter, what is that? Integration dq by t is equal to 0 for all reversible cycle may be heat engine or heat pump या refrigerator. So this dq by t is equal to 0 also for a reversible cycle. So for a reversible cycle, so for extent of reversibility, so we can say that this is a fixed value. So and so this integration 0, that means the reversible cycle dq by t is integral dq by t is greater than 0, but for a reversible cycle dq is greater than equal to 0 or less than equal to 0. So dq, so integration dq by dq is not a given universal parameter that for a reversible cycle, but rather than dq by t always gives a universal parameter that for a reversible process this will be 0. So what is that? So for a reversible heat pump or refrigerator, what is that? What is your conclusion? For reversible heat pump or refrigerator, what is that? Cyclic integration dq by t is less than equal to 0 and cyclic integration dq by t is equal to 0. So see, this is always equal to 0. This is always equal to 0. This is always equal to 0. So integration dq by t is equal to 0 for all reversible cycle, either maybe heat engine or heat pump or refrigerator. Okay, now in the next video we will check the another example but with an irreversible device. So what is if the device is irreversible? So what is these two parameter? Then we conclude that which of these two parameter is effective parameter to judge the extent of irreversibility. Okay, thank you very much.